city in the world, and our people are the best people on earth. Join us in celebrating all musical genres and the diversity of our beautiful city. H-Town Awards Show, November 2019. We'll see you there.
For more information, follow us on social media at H-Town Awards or send us an email at info@htownawards.com.
This was a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM.
Do you feel that your energy costs are unnaturally high? Do you want to fortify your building and keep it strong and secure for years to come? Then NRG Spray Foam Installation is the answer you're looking for. Our unique foam installation is made to help our customers save in energy, prevent gas, air, and moisture infiltration, as well as helping with general stability in your building structure. Call us at 713-936-3021 or visit us online at nrgfoam.com for more information. NRG Spray Foam. Building green, living green.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNLY 91.1 FM.
We are broadcasting live from the Woodlands, Texas to the world. You're listening to the only multimedia FM station in Houston, Texas. Your Fusion Radio. Top 40s, dance, Latin, country, pop, rock and roll. All in one station. Mixing genres and generations. You're listening to KNLY New Waverly, Texas. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
The program presented or submitted by members of our community and are a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM. The views expressed do not necessarily reflect those of KNLY 91.1 FM and its affiliates.
Good morning, and God bless you. We're having a wonderful day here at Wednesday, a wonderful Wednesday here at KNLY 91.1 The Boss, and we are excited about all that God is doing here. We have some new things that we are implementing. One, you can call the station. You can actually call here, 281-292-7911, and interact with our guests. And today's guest has just, when I say he has the heart, not just for family, but for what he does in relations to his overall brand and business, Mr. Ryan Williams of W5 Fabrications. Introduce yourself.
Well, I'm Ryan Williams, owner, president, CEO, welder, head fabricator, whatever you want to call it, of W5 Fabrication in Willis and Montgomery County.
Listen, when you know, outside of, you know, the relationships that we have with BizConnect and just our overall interaction, I love your voice. I love the twang. The other thing is, I'm going to put this out here because we were talking about another event, some other things that W5 Fabrications are involved in, and I'm going to allow him to share that with you all. But he asked me if I like country music. I don't know if you like country music or not. So I know a little bit more than Old Town Road. And I love music. I love music in general. But when I tell you this gentleman here has a wonderful vision and plan, I want to give him the opportunity. The first thing I want him to be able to share with you is where W5 Fabrication comes from, because I thought that was just a unique, not just name, but the overall branding of the cat, and it stands out. Made me think about Wolverine. So share a little bit with him.
Well, W5 Fabrication comes from the W is our last name. It's Williams. And there's five members of my family, my wife, myself, and my 3 kids. And the Wildcat on our logo is just basically a representation of the Willis Wildcats. We wanted something a little different, to look a little different and stand out, so that's what we went with.
Now, when we talk about representing and, you know, Willis, you know, kudos, because, you know, some people don't consider marketing from that perspective, and you have literally tapped in by using the Willis Wildcats as a marketing tool, and it's working. And then also just how it looks. I don't know if we have the picture of the actual logo, but when I got the email for it, I was like, wow, this is just it. It stands out. It causes people to take notice and actually inquire, because just the name alone is very unique. Now, I know a lot of people are not familiar with what you do to some degree, so I want you to kind of elaborate on that. We know that you're into the welding part, but you do quite a bit, so go ahead and share with them.
Well, what we do at W5, we don't only just do fabrication, we do the install as well. I'm the only welder that we have. Of course, in the future we're going to bring on more, but I do everything. I go out, I measure, I quote, I meet with the customers, and then I go a step farther, and as I'm building the product, I build everything by hand. I don't buy any part to bolt together on anything. Everything is done by me. I build it, I cut it, I drill it if it needs a hole, and I weld everything. So my construction is top-notch construction. It's not, I don't see a failure in the future. And that gives me peace of mind knowing that I built a great product that's not going to fail. Then from there, we continually update the customer throughout the entire process. And on the completion day, I call the customer and say, hey, we're going to be out in the area on this day and time. Here's a time frame. Is it okay if we come and install? 99.9% of the time, they say, yeah, that's a good time. You know, sometimes they need to adjust, but and then I go out and I install everything myself. Either if I need a helper, I'll hire a helper, but most of the time it's myself, and I'll install the job, and it usually takes about 4 hours. I haven't had a job go over a 4-hour window to install.
Now, is there a you know, I asked the same question with my last guest, Mr. John Van Orden of Mr. Handyman. Is there a too small of a job that you would do, or too large of a job?
Absolutely not. The only job that I have turned down, they wanted me to build a building. I'm just not qualified or set up to build a building yet. In the future, possibly, but there's no job too small or too big that I can't handle.
Okay. Now I'm looking at your hands, and I'm looking at mine, and for those who are familiar with me, you all know I've been a barber for forever, seems like, for over 34 years, but being in the radio and television and ministry for about 20. And I'm looking at your hand. I'm like, his hands don't look like he really does any welding or any manual hard labor. He got real manicured hands. So kudos to the wife if she's keeping it together.
It's not that. I got burn marks all over me, bro.
Look, they're not showing today. So I'm like, looking, he doesn't have hands to do what. Bro. That's the glove.
That's the glove. Yeah.
Oh, the glove. Listen, you know what I do love is about not just. Ryan, but I love all the guests that comes on here at Today's Entrepreneur at the station, because you all really understand the foundational things that a lot of businesses have moved away from, and that is customer service. The other part is going the extra mile, going above and beyond, not just because of the dollar and cent tied to it, but the overall branding, the overall integrity of your business, and that says a lot. So
well,
kudos to W5. So how did you get over into, not just establishing your own business, but getting over into welding?
In high school, I wanted to do things that most kids didn't want to do. When I was in high school, computers were coming out, internet and all that, so that was a craze. Everybody wanted to get online. I wanted to go and build something. I wanted to learn a trade that was going to back me in the future if my college days didn't pan out, which they didn't, and I'm kind of glad they didn't, because now I have this trade to work and use on a daily basis. And that was the start of it. My dad, he always instilled in us, learn a trade, get something under your belt that you can always fall back on if you need that job. Well, welding was that trade that I fell back on, and I love it. I've been doing it ever since, and it's an art. Not everybody can just go out and strike an arc and start welding and put metal together, but it is an art.
Not just putting it together, but do it from the in the magnitude in which you do it. You said you don't buy anything, you build everything by hand, and so that definitely sets you apart and puts you in that elite category. But here's the other thing that I love is that you're always positive. I hadn't, every time I've met you, you've had that positive, go get it, I'm here attitude, but also a genuine smile, a genuine interaction, and it's a pleasant thing to interact with someone like that. Yeah. But you are looking at leaving a legacy with this, because you have your children already, being prepped and prepared. They're already a part of the company. It's just it's just amazing that you all have created the model that families first is a major priority. It's the fabric Good line right there. Fabric
yeah.
of the fabrication, right? So you know, hats off to you. Hats off to the wife, and how you all are actually mirroring each other and working this, and it says a lot. And we talked about the, you know, possibility later on down the line, interns, because we had a chance to share in reference to college is not for everybody. It's
Right.
just not.
It's
and
not.
I think we have the tendency as parents. We want to see our children do differently or better than we, or sometimes you have parents who want to live their childhood dreams out through their children and not giving them the opportunity to tap into or discover what their skill sets
Right.
are, what they do well. And you are on it. You are literally taking advantage of what you have learned as a skill set, and you're ready to empower others. There are some other things that you're involved in that I think people need to know. When I say they support veterans, I want you to share with them some other things that you're doing outside of fabrications.
Well, what we do is we support the veterans. We back them. Just a little history on it. I was never a veteran. I've tried to be in the military, and the military denied me because of a slight hearing problem. But the state of Texas is giving me that opportunity to go and be a Texas State Guardsman. It's a part of the Texas military defense, unarmed military, and we go out and we help those in natural disasters, help loved ones find their loved ones that are in a natural disaster, in evacuation buildings, sites, stuff like that. Not only do I want to give back that way, we help promote a company. It's called Boots for Troops, and give back to them. You know, we go every year and we support them in their concert in the country, which is coming up here pretty soon. But it's a good venue for people to come out and meet veterans, meet people that are still active in the military, and see what it's all about. Boots for Troops gives care packages. That's all it is a donation care package to a soldier overseas or on a ship or wherever, to bring their morale up and build them up. Like I mentioned earlier, you know, you don't want to shave with a 20-cent Bic razor. You want to shave with a Gillette. So Boots for Troops gets them the high-end quality care packages that they need, and we support them in that.
Do you actually have the date of the event?
Off the top of my head, no.
If you do not, we're gonna make that available. We're gonna make that available because people need to know when things like that are happening around the city, especially here in Texas. But I also need them to know how to get in contact with you from Facebook, Instagram, any general information. For those who are watching and listening, they may definitely need your services, want
Right.
to be of support in some way, and find out how they can actually become a part of the fabric.
You know, W5 is on LinkedIn, it's on Instagram, and it's on Facebook. Just search us, W5 Fabrication. We are online at w5fabrication.com, and all of our information is on there, as far as contact information. You can get in touch with us that way, or that's about it. Send us an email.
If you can't find him in all the information and all the places that he made mention of, you can definitely find him on my page on the KNLY 91.1, the boss page. And once again, it is Wednesday, and we enjoy all of our guests. Thank you, Ryan, for coming. The man with the great voice, the beautiful voice, and a sincere and genuine smile and heart. You all support this business, and if they can do anything outside of troops and veterans, listen, you'll get more information. I am Orlando Daniels signing off from today's Entrepreneur, and my guest, Mr. Ryan Williams of W5 Fabrication. Get in contact. You all be blessed. Talk to you soon.